Mr. Dabney, opponents. Mr. Dabney, yes, sir. Your chair recognizes Mr. Dabney.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I agree with everything that Mr. McCabe just said. Under certain severe circumstances where somebody's terminally ill, there's no doubt that they're in the end stage of their life, they're on hospice care or just something along those lines. I believe in giving them anything that makes them feel better. And it could be this, whatever it is. They're dying and they're in pain, and I think we should try to help them as best we can. My concern with this bill is, just like Mr. McCabe just said, it's too broad-based, and it also and I just lost my train of thought. So anyway, I know Ms. Brawley didn't you're not amazed by that, are you? So here's my big concern with this, and I know, like Mr. Hart said, that this is the most conservative bill of its type in the nation, and I believe that. And I believe he also, Mr. Hart said this today, and I heard Mr. Hill say it the other day. This has been worked on for 8 years, and I know the Senate's worked hard on this, but my concern is across the nation, wherever these bills have passed, a lot of problems develop. I've got a friend that lives in Washington State, and he called me a few weeks ago. We were just chit-chatting. I haven't talked to him in a long time. And I said, hey, you guys have medical marijuana out there in Washington. How did that work out for you? And he said, it's terrible. His exact quote was, it's ruined our state. Unemployment's gone up. Homelessness has gone up. Crime. He said, people just laying around, on the streets and sidewalks. He said, just stoned all the time. And I know that it probably didn't start out that way because, good intentions, but just like this bill has good intentions, but I'm afraid that the history of these types of bills across the country has not been good. Even though our bill might be the best, we're dealing with something that it's an industry is what we're dealing with, and whenever money's involved and people are going to be making lots of money, bad things are going to happen. So also I've heard, some of the things I've heard this week is, marijuana is harmless. It's not harmless. It leads to lots of problems, just like drinking, alcohol does. It leads to lots of problems, and lives are ruined in a lot of cases, or people are killed in lots of cases, even with marijuana, driving under the influence, or just having an accident that you would not have ordinarily had if you weren't on this marijuana. It's not a harmless drug. People said, well, it's a plant. It grows naturally. It's organic. And they would say that. I heard that mentioned many times this week, as if it was totally harmless. Well, poison ivy is an organic plant, and I'm not going to chew it or smoke it or rub it all over me, because mushrooms are organic and natural. There are mushrooms that grow along the woods where I like to go hiking that I won't even touch. If you touch them, some of them are so poisonous, you can lose your mind right there on the spot. And it's a beautiful little plant or fungus. Just like, but so marijuana is not an innocent plant that's just growing wild out there that's not going to hurt anybody. It can hurt, and it can destroy lives. And for all the reasons that were previously stated, of course, I'm also going to vote against this. Thank you.